everyone, now I'm here with my next video of loops. In this video I'm going to tell you about how these loops works, that is for while and do while with the comparison. I'm going to tell you one by one, and in already I had created one video in that I'd already introduced what is loop. Still a little bit revision for you all. Why we are having loops? Because sometime we have some iterative process in our programs where we have to repeat a set of statements certain number of time, that is iteration, and for accessing this we are having loops. If a set of statements we are having to execute repetitively in a program this in the same position, then we have to use loops. Loops are the control structure used to repeat a set of a given code a certain number of time or until a particular condition is satisfied. We have entry control loop and exit control loop. You all know that. Basic purpose is repetition by counting either in increasing order or in decreasing order. Then all the loops in comparison I'm going to tell you with the help of syntax. First of all, for loop, then while, and then do while. The syntax, all of them. See, in for we have to write combinedly initialization, condition, increment, decrement. I told you earlier also in my previous video. And while we have to firstly write initialization, even same as in do while also. Then while condition and while we have to write. In do while we have to write do. Then here we have to write body while loop, then body of do while loop. Here we have to write increment, decrement in while, same as in do also we have to write. Here we are ending for loop, here we are ending while loop, here we are ending do while loop. Do while is the exit control loop, that's why we are having condition in last. While and for have condition in first. First of all, we have to go with the working, how they works. First of all, you have to see that. See, working of for loop. First step, initialization. Next step is condition. Next step, if the condition is true, then we have to execute body of loop. Then fourth one is, after executing body of loop, you have to go for increment or decrement. And again you have to do the same process. If I'm writing for int I equals to 1, I smaller than equals to 3, I plus plus. System.out.println work. Firstly, value of I is 1. I is, according to the step we have to move forward. Value of I is smaller than equals to 3 or not? Yes, it is. Then what? We have to execute system.out.println means work is going to be displayed one time. And after that, we have to go towards increment decrement. Value of I is 2 now. Whether we have to check whether the condition is true or not. Yes, it is 2. 2 is smaller than 3. Yes. Again it is true. Then we have to execute the body part. Means work is displayed again. Again we have to take a turn and we have to increase the value of I. Then it is 3. 3 is smaller than equals to 3 or not? Yes, it is equals to 3. Again condition is true. Then what? If condition is true, we have to execute the body part. Body part, again it is going to be executed. Work is displayed in new line always. Again it is going to be take a turn. I is increased. Value of I is now 4. 4 is smaller than equals to 3. No, it is not. Means condition is not satisfied. Condition provide us false. When condition provide us false, at that moment we have to stop running of false. What I had done in front of you all, that is known as dry run. Means I'm trying to execute loop without a system. I by myself I'm trying to execute whatever I had written in front of you. It that process known as dry run. I'm trying to execute that loop in front of you all. This is the working of for loop. And now see the working of while loop. Same thing as here also. Initialization first, then we have to check condition. If condition is going to be satisfied, then we have to execute body, then we have to increase and decrease, and then we have to take a turn towards the condition. This process is going to be repeated again and again. See, if I'm writing int I equals to 1 while I is smaller than equals to 3, system.out.println work I plus plus. Now see the working condition. Firstly, we have to initialize. We have initialized value of I is 1 now. Value of I is smaller than equals to 3 or not? Smaller than equals to 3. Yes, it is. Then work is going to be displayed. Work is displayed. Then increment. When it provides us true, then we had displayed work. Then we have to increase the value of I. Value of I is increased with 1, that is it becomes 2, and again it's going to take a turn and going to be executed. Then 2, it is going to check whether 2 is smaller than equals to 3 or not. 2 is smaller than equals to 3 or not. Yes, it is. Means again the body part is going to be executed, means work is going to be displayed again. Then increment means value of I is changed. Now it is 3. Then again we are taking a turn. The condition is going to be run. 3 is smaller than equals to 3 or not? Yes, it is. Means again we are getting work. Work is displayed again. Then we have to increase the value of I. Our value of I is now 4. Then again we are taking a turn. 4 is smaller than equals to 3 or not? No, it is not. Then we have to stop that loop. This is basic working of while loop. Then see, do while loop. Firstly, initialization. Then we have to execute the body of do while loop, increment and decrement, and then we have to check condition whether it is true or not. If it is true, then again we have to execute do. In this way, it is going to continue again and again. The same thing here I am writing int I equals to 1, do, then body part means system.out.println work, then I plus plus, then while loop. While condition is I smaller than equals to 3, semicolon. See, the firstly value of I is 1, and we have to execute the statement first. Means work is displayed, and then value of I is changed, means it becomes 2. We have to check whether the condition is true or not. Means 2 is smaller than 3 or not? Yes, it is. Then we have to take a turn, and again we have to execute the body part. Means work will be displayed again, and then I is increased again, means value of I is become 3. 3 is smaller than 3 or not? Yes, it is. Then again we are working here, means work is again displayed, and then again I plus plus, means it becomes 4. 4 is smaller than 3 or not? No, it is not. we will stop our loop here. In this way, sometimes for while and do while comes for dry run, and you have to guess output whatever written in your program. You have to guess that output. Sometime you have to show dry run also. In this way, whatever I had written in front of you all, that is dry run, and sometime you have to guess output also by showing the dry run. See, one question is in front of you all. It is to display a table of three numbers, that is 3, 5 and 7 10 times by using for while or do while, and by using multiple initialization. Now it is coming in your mind that what is multiple initialization. Previously we are doing one initialization. Now we have to do multiple initialization. How? I'm going to tell you how. See, first of all, with for, with while, and with do while, I'm going to tell you. Initialization means I'm using multiple initialization means here I'm creating int I equals to 3, j equals to 5, k equals to 7 one by using commas. It is multiple initialization. We can initialize more than one variable in for loop one by using comma. Multiple initialization, we have to provide condition and then we have to write increment or decrement. But here only you have to remember that only one condition should be applied. Why I am taking this condition only? What I am keeping in my mind that value of I will be present in initialization, will be present in condition, and will be present in increment or decrement also. Because condition should be 1, we can have any number of initialization, we can have any number of increment decrement, but condition should be 1. You have to keep in mind which variable is going to deal with the condition. I'm using I. And one more thing, I want to start my table of 3 from starting from 3 till 30. That's why I'm using a condition that I should be smaller than equals to 30. And in the table of 3, always it increases with 3. 3 plus 3 is 6, and the table have next value, that is 6 here. 6 plus 3 is 9. The table contain 9 here, and so on. In this way, I'm using I is equals to 3 till 30, and I'm going to increase one by using shorthand operator. I'm using I equals to 3. I should be smaller than equals to 30, and I plus equals to 3. I'm using shorthand operator here to increase the value. How it is going to be increased? See, I'm using a shorthand operator here. I is equals to I plus 3. Initial value of I is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. In this way, it is going to increase the value till it is 30. In the same way, j is equals to 5. Initial value is 5. It is going to increase 5 till value of I is equals to 30. The same way, k. K initial value is 7, is going to increase value of k with 7. Always it is increased with 7, and j is always increased with 5. The table of 3, 5 and 7 is going to be displayed in front of us in this way. Now see, the same task you can do with while and do while also. Firstly, you have to initialize, then condition, then you have to display, then increase them, then for do while you have to write condition in last. This is multiple initialization. I'm telling you, in for, while and do while, all of them combinedly, so that You can use a multiple initialization to in while and do while. You can have your guess outputs also. You can have your program also. Try to create little programs so that you can able to understand how for while and do while work. Just keep in mind, do while is entry control loop. Try not to use it. It is basically used when we have to execute at least one time. Sometimes for creating menus and all, we are using do while loop. When we are using for when we have a particular iteration that we know from starting also, we know ending also, then we have to use for. And when we don't know anything about how many times a iteration is going to be work, then we have to use while. Keep these three things in your mind when we have to use which type of loop. And if you are able to understand, well and good. If you don't, do consult with me. Otherwise, goodbye and good luck.